We're finally down to the final four in the NBA. The conference finals are set, and of the two matchups, only one of them are tasty. In the Eastern Conference, you got Cavs and Raptors, which is a eh. And then in the Western Conference, we thought it would be Spurs Warriors. We all had that written in as the Western Conference Finals, but no. Kevin Durant, Russell Westbrook, and the OKC Thunder put off an improbable upset over the Spurs in the second round. And instead, we have Golden State versus OKC in the Western Conference Finals, which I find to be a much more entertaining and intriguing matchup. I give OKC a much better chance than I would have gave the Spurs to knock off Golden State. And with that said, let's preview these two matchups. Welcome back to the Best Damn Sports Blog. Back again to talk NBA with you guys, specifically the conference finals, because they are finally upon us. And the first matchup I'm going to get into is the most entertaining, by far the one we'll all be watching with our eyes glued to the TV, and that would be the Golden State Warriors versus the Oklahoma City Thunder. Now, last round, after OKC lost by 30-plus points in Game 1, if you would have asked anybody if OKC would go on to win that series, I'm guessing 95% of people would have said no. The 5% who would say they would be OKC fans and people who live in OKC. But the Thunder pulled off the improbable. I did not expect it, and I'm still scratching my head because San Antonio was so dominant during the regular season. But I guess that just goes to show, when you have aging superstars, Tim Duncan, Tony Parker, Manu Ginobili, when you bring in a new crop, LaMarcus Aldridge, Kawhi Leonard, it's not for sure that they're just going to take off in year one. And I'm not even sure a team led by LaMarcus Aldridge can even get to the finals and win it all. Kawhi Leonard will have to elevate his game, I believe, to the next level, to a superstar level where he can get a basket at any time for San Antonio to take that next step. Kawhi is already elite at defense, probably the best defender in the league, at least perimeter-wise by far. But from time to time, offensively, he has his struggles, and the Spurs do not have that one player you can count on to get a basket when you need it most. The Thunder could have very well lost that series. A lot of those games came down to the final possessions, and San Antonio, as I was stating, they did not have those go-to players to get the baskets. Duncan missed the key layup in Game 6? So the Spurs, they're just not athletic as OKC. OKC's athleticism played a factor in them overcoming the Spurs, and the fact that they went big, playing Ibaka less and Steven Adams and Enes Kanter more. Kanter cooked San Antonio with the second chance points, offensive boards, and just scoring in general. And then how can we forget the two-headed monster of KD and Russell Westbrook? They're two of the top 5 players in the NBA. So the fact that they have those two players alone gives them a chance against anyone. But in the San Antonio series, Russell Westbrook got out of KD's way. We all know Kevin Durant can score with the best of them. He's a mismatch for any small forward in the NBA with his height. He can get his shot off on practically anyone. So the fact that Russell Westbrook got out of his way, let Kevin Durant take the bulk of the shot attempts, that was key to them advancing past San Antonio to now face Golden State. And in their regular season series, it was a one-sided affair in favor of Golden State. They took all 3 matchups, albeit those 3 matchups were close. But Steph Curry, he went Chef Curry on them in all 3 matchups. One he scored 33, another he scored 46, and another he had 50. And in one of those performances, he hit a 32-foot pull-up three-pointer to win the game in overtime in OKC, which was probably one of the most epic moments of the NBA regular season that just passed. But one thing OKC can hang their head on is the fact, in all 3 matchups against the Warriors, heading into the fourth quarter, they either were tied or had a lead. In their first matchup, the score was tied with 3:30 left in the fourth, and the Warriors ended the game on a 12-4 run. In the second game, the Thunder led by 11 with 4:51 left in the fourth and led by as many as 5 in overtime before Steph Curry went Chef Curry hitting that 32-foot three-pointer to win the game. And in their final matchup of the season, the Thunder entered the fourth quarter leading by 1, but were outscored 39-23 in the fourth. So against Golden State, the fourth quarter has been their Achilles heel. And also, Russell Westbrook. But before I get into Russie, I want to compare statistics from the Warriors and Thunder in their 3 games played this regular season. And this is just fourth quarter statistics. In the fourth quarter in their 3 matchups, the Thunder has scored 83 points, the Warriors 107, which is the difference of 24. OKC's field goal percentage in the fourth quarter has been 37% in their 3 games against Golden State compared to the Warriors' 50.7. And here's a big key factor. 3-point field goal percentage. In the fourth quarter against Golden State this season, the Thunder shot 15.8% from 3 compared to the Warriors' 44.4% from deep. So, with that said, it's going to be very, very tough to beat a Golden State team when they outshoot you from deep by 30% in that game. You have to be mightily, mightily efficient from the field to even compete with them if you're going to shoot 30% less from 3. Also, in the fourth quarter, OKC's assist to turnover ratio was 15-14, while Golden State's was 20-6. 15 assists to 14 turnovers for OKC, 20 assists to 6 turnovers for the Golden State Warriors. That explains itself. You're not going to take care of the ball down the stretch against a team as elite and as great as Golden State, as historically great as Golden State. You're not going to stand a chance. The Thunder have to play disciplined, and Russell Westbrook will need to stay out of Kevin Durant's way. Against the Warriors this season, Westbrook has averaged 25 points, but he only shot 34.7% in those games, including 16.7% from 3. Westbrook struggles when the game is slowed down against Golden State, but when in transition against Golden State this season, he has been 8 of 12 shooting for 21 points. Compare that to his percentage of 34.7, and now you got a big difference. So Westbrook in the half court, he needs to find Kevin Durant because on the other hand, KD has averaged 36 points against the Warriors in the regular season, shooting 52.9% overall, including 47.6% from 3. Kevin Durant. But the key stat, which is probably why they lost those games, against Golden State, Kevin Durant averaged 22.7 field goal attempts, while Russell Westbrook averaged 25. If Golden State is going to be knocked off by OKC, Westbrook cannot outshoot Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant should have 5 to 10 more field goal attempts in every game than Russell Westbrook. Now, overall, I expect this to be a great series. I don't expect it to be short. I expect it to at least go 6 games. And despite everything I just said about the Thunder, which will all need to happen for them to win, I still think Golden State takes this series in probably 6 games. They can match OKC's athleticism. They have so many matchup problems. They can go big. They can go small. I just think they'll always have an answer for whatever OKC throws at them. And not to mention, the first ever unanimous MVP, Stephen Curry, looks to be 100% healthy. And for that reason, I'm not betting against him in the Golden State Warriors. I have them in 6. And then to the Eastern Conference Finals, we got the Raptors and Cavs. I wanted to see Heat and Cavs, so I'm a little upset about that. But this series, there's not really much to talk about. The Cavs will win in 5 or 4. They'll make easy work of Toronto. And they'll be in the NBA Finals awaiting Golden State and OKC. And I'm pretty sure the Cavs probably want to see OKC because I think they can knock them off easily. LeBron just has KD's number. But as far as the Raptors go, they're finito in 4 or 5.